Hello, I'm Porter Miller and this is my car wash project. To begin, I will go over my project plan, which includes my project description, project plan, and environmental concerns, as well as system power and the network protocol I used. This project includes at least 3 different modes to wash your car, as well as having a jog feature and implementing an HMI with it. Project goals are to set up sensors and program digital outputs and gain an understanding for various sensors and their uses in real-world applications. Also, to be able to program the car with varying levels of difficulty. Then wire a working system to perform the necessary functions. Next, to create an HMI to interface your project, which will allow for easy operation. Next, I will show you my conceptual drawing, which shows the general layout of everything. I didn't change too much from the last setup of this project. Next will be my parts list, which shows some specifications and other information about these specific parts. Then I have my inputs, my outputs, and my timers I used in my PLC programming. Next will be the bill of materials, and this shows a picture of each part, the part number, how many of each part, the price of each part, and the link of each part. As you can see, the total is $5,511. Next is the materials I used. The material I used were blue wire for positive and red wire for common, and then DIN rail terminal blocks and PVC pipe for the stations, and then DIN rail labels as well. Next is my CAD drawing. First we look at my inputs. On my IB8 card, this is where all my sensors are. Same pattern all the way down. Next will be my outputs on my OB8 card. And I have my 8 lights and 2 fans here. And my green light on my panel. Next is my outputs on my OW4 module card. And I have my 2 control relays here. Then I have my safety module. This is where my safety is, and it's where my e-stop and my black push button is located also. Next is the conveyor forward and backward connection. I have 2 different relays connecting the corresponding color to the direction it needs to go. As you can see here, if it needs to go forward, I have it connecting to green. If it needs to go backward, it goes to red. Next is the motor. Here's the motor schematic. And then next is my IB4 input card. This has my start and stop combo button that's also located on the panel, as well as my control relays, my other 2, and next is my power drawing, how everything gets power here from the fuse. And then I also threw in my network map on AutoCAD since it was pretty simple. We start from my station, goes through my car wash switch, goes to the SCADA lab switch, and then through the SCADA network. Next we go through how my project works, and first we go through jog mode. Jog mode is a one step at a time manual mode. The car will move automatically, but one step at a time, and will only move once you press the start button on the panel or the start button on the HMI when jog mode is selected. As you can see, I have to continually press that start combo button to get it to go past each station, no matter how much time passes at each station. Next is the basic wash option, which will go through the wash station once, the soap station once, the rinse station once, and the dry station once. It will not stop at the wax station. Next is the ultra wash option, which will end up going through each station one time. Next is the mega wash option, which will go through the wash station once at the beginning, and then through the soap station, and then it will go backwards to the wash station once more, and then the car will skip the soap station on its way back through to hit the rinse station, wax station, and dry station. Next up is the deluxe station, which is just a longer version at each station. The default before was just 3 seconds at each one, and this one is 5 seconds at each station. Now we will go through the HMI, and the first thing you'll need to do is hit continue on the welcome page. For some reason I forgot to video that, but once you hit continue, the page that will show up is this option page here, and there's 4 different ones as we went through them. You can press 1 on the screen, and it's a little buggy to press because the panel is not updated, but it works pretty well. If you pressed 1 and you change your mind or just clicked the wrong one, there's a cancel button that will show up. But once you're ready, click next, and then click start to officially start the wash. Next is my Studio 5000 PLC programming. This program consists of timers to make the car stop at each station for that set amount of time. My program has interlocks, so when a certain wash is selected, the car can bypass the soap station, for example, that second time it's supposed to go through in the mega wash. It has timing and done bits, so each timer can tell the conveyor to stop or go. It's a pretty simple 30 rings of code, but it gets the job done.